Welcome guys, back in the shop. Season more or less is over, although we do have some smaller events still coming up. Most of them some of our own. So season is over, time for some rebuild. So as you have seen in one of the last episodes, we've been to unknown drifting the JZX, which is already on the hoist over there, or still. And we broke this piece. We have this welded back on by our fabulous fabricator cage dude. If you need anything done, cages, bodywork, whatever, if it's metal, he can handle it. So yeah, we broke that. And yeah, that gave us a good excuse to upgrade. And since we are a Wisefab dealer, we went with the new Wisefab kit. This initially was set up for the Lexus IS, so the SX Altezza, Lexus IS 200, 300, wherever you are from, different names, same chassis. But as it turns out, they also work for the JZX chassis, the 90s and the 100s. And so this is what we're gonna go with. I started to dismantle the old pieces, which I actually still don't know what kit this is. I think it's one of the early versions of the Russian thing, the KDF stuff. But now the Wisefab thing, I think it has a lot of positive upsides to other kits. One of them, of course, is having spare parts. Which, by the way, is something you should start to gather for next season. Supply is short, prices will just only go up right now. Yeah, so get your stuff now before it's being too late or too expensive. Yeah, so I started to unpack this. As it's a double wishbone suspension, we have here the upper control arms, lower control arms, tension rods for steering, steering rods, and here this goes on to the knuckle to get the offset right and just get much more angle and adjustability for Ackerman and how far you can push it. As you can see, it's all nice threads on here. Everything is easily adjustable while being on the car. You can just push Allen keys in there so it moves in and out. Same thing on these, which I haven't unpacked so far. Yeah. So in the next couple of days, all of this will go on to the JZX. We also have to adjust the front subframe. Here, the old one, you can see it's slightly bended, which actually isn't that much of a deal, but I have a spare one. This one, again, already with my boy Cage Dude. He's gonna cut it in pieces and do the offset rack work on it, so we can move the steering rack much further forward. On the old one, we had these offset spacers, which is an easy plug and play situation, but I think offsetting your steering rack is a much better idea. Yeah, I'll get into the work on the car, drop some stuff on there. Probably keep this video rather short. Just want to give you a small update on the car, and yeah. We also wanted to go testing in Italy. As it looks at this point, we're probably not gonna get in there. The day was booked out really fast and I was kind of late, so we are on the waiting list, and kind of doubt we're getting in there. And I told the Italians that we also do events and this and that, so we might be interested in renting out the track next year. But yeah, they kind of didn't get the hint on it. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, I'm gonna show you some work on the car and see how all this turns out. I installed the upper control arm. You have to do these 2 screws, pull them out. It works with the coil in there, with the suspension in there, but it's probably easier if you pull it out. It's just 3 screws from the top. But as you can see, I got the PS under the JZX and I just didn't feel like moving it, so I just figured it in there. It works if you mess around with the springs here, if you kind of turn them around so you got enough space to pull those out here and here, so that works. Cool feature on these are the screw on the wishbone goes in from the lower side, so there isn't much stuff, no space taken up on the upper side, which leaves more space up here. Usually when the cars are really low, which isn't the case on this one, this starts to hammer up in here and especially there. Yeah, I also installed this one, which kind of is the knuckle on the wishbone. Here you can see the different tabs for Ackerman settings. Here you can adjust the lock stop. The more points you see, the less angle you'll get, but you can just like nicely adjust this all from here. Here the brakes will go on. There we might run into a situation as you can see, I took out some of the metal up here for the Supra brakes, and now with this coming up from back here, not sure if you can see it, it kind of overhangs. Not sure if I can fit the Supra brakes onto this without modifying this, but I think there's enough metal to shave some off, maybe at a light angle. So yeah, should be okay in the end. We'll make it work. So I don't want to hang the wishbone on this at this point, and I don't want to install the lower control arm because I don't have the modified subframe back from Cage Dude, so we'll have to wait on that one. Until we get it, we'll just wait. This from the old kit, won't need that no more. Yeah, so we'll get on to the other side, start to dismantle the stuff over here too, and hang up the upper control arm, take off the lower stuff, and yeah, have all that stuff ready as soon as we get the subframe back. All right, so yeah, so we installed the upper control arms on both sides. This side is still a bit loose, the bolts aren't all the way in. Have to finish that up next time. The wishbone is out, have to take off the old cut up dust shield just to get that out of the way. Here already did that, got that on. So yeah, that's a wrap for the Wisefab install on the JZX100 part 1. As you can see, we got some more stuff to install, but we'll have to wait on the subframe on the modified one, so we can push the steering back up more to the front as mentioned. Should you need any Wisefab engines, new performance stuff, parts, whatever, hit us up. Now November would be a good time to order. For next season would be a good time to order all the stuff you want to do during winter time, during off season, if there is such a thing. Yeah, give us a shout. You can always reach us by mail or phone. Sometimes mail is way better than phone, because if you're under the cars or on certain things, you don't have time for that to pick up the phone, just no free hands. So yeah, best is drop us a mail on info@speed-industries.ch. for your needs. If you have questions, whatever, let us know. If you like what we do, make sure to subscribe. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Make sure to like the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.